Hi everybody. Today we are at Williams Cemetery off of Dry Run Road in West Portsmouth, Ohio. And this cemetery is about a half mile off of US 73 up on a hill that was formerly the Williamson property. So we'll go ahead and start making our way up. We're about 300 feet above the road on a little prominent rise. And when we first came up, we noticed we have several burials right off from the very beginning. A lot of fieldstone burials here. They're marked both with headstones and footstones. This is Allison's. It is marked on both sides. It shows that there are two burials, but here off from it we have two more burials that are unnamed that have headstones and footstones. Just over we have Molly Anderson. You can see she was born in 1883 and died in 1935. So this cemetery is registered with the Ohio Genealogical Society as well as the Scioto County Auditor as a burial ground. One of my friends is a mushroom hunter, and he was telling us that he had came across the cemetery while hunting. And so we came up here and decided we'd take a look at it. We have Joseph Williamson. This is 1849. And we probed next to his because we thought it was a really large monument to be down. Maybe it was out of place, but it wasn't. There's another one next to it, so it's just fallen over. It hasn't been moved. So this is large monument is for Joseph Williamson and his wife, Catherine. She's on the other side. And imagine bringing this, just multiple pieces, the base, multiple bases all the way up. And there's probably even more. It's probably just been reassembled after it's fallen. We're not sure about the genealogy yet, but we have the burial for Henry Williamson, who's next to him, and possibly Henry's wife. Henry died in 1862 at the Battle of Perryville in Kentucky. So this would be a monument that could be marked by the American Legion, any of the veteran support organizations that do veteran burials. This would be a good one. It's been broken. It's a very heavy monument. It's marble. As we kind of look out here, you can see as this little cut here, the creek runs downhill and it opens up into a holler behind the Williamson property, and there's a trail that wraps up around it, which is a little bit more gradual than walking up the face of this. A lot of the burials here, my friend that visited while he's hunting, he was told that this is where, while they were building the Erie Canal, which is less than a mile from here, that this is where they buried the workers. So we hear that a lot. We have a canal cemetery, an Ord cemetery, a Wilcoxon cemetery, all that run parallel to the Ohio Erie Canal as it comes down from Jasper. So there's all these rumors that, hey, people were buried here that worked on the canal. Most of the time that doesn't turn out to be true. So we have a grave here for Jerry Mullins, who was born and died on June 30th, 1941. And we even have the funeral home placard still here, so that's really neat. We did mention that there are a lot of fieldstone burials. These fieldstone burials are unmarked. This one is interesting that there's a wooden cross for it, but then there's also fieldstone that's been hand carved. Watson Smith, born 1907, died 1934, gone but not forgotten. And we have Corin Smith, born November 1931. And it looks like died April 8th, 1934. That might be 28th. So these are all on the ridgeline. As we kind of cut across the middle, we see more footstone headstone combinations. And you can see the mounding here. This is marked by CS only. What's interesting is you can see where it's been raining, the grain where the stone's been cut and smoothed. Here we have burials for the Jones children. Edna Jones died October 25th, 1883, aged 4 months. Frankie Jones, October 26, 1871, aged 3 years. Lucinda Jones, June 7th, 1871, aged 4 months. Gracie Jones, November 3rd, 1877, aged 2 years. And this one's unmarked. We have Louisa, wife of L.R. Jones, died April 7th, 1891. And here we have L.R. Jones, born January 6th, 1843, died October 16th, 1905. And Meta, wife of L. Jones, died February 14th, 1894. So it looks like L. Jones has each of his wives, one on each side, him in the middle, and he outlived all of them. So that's interesting. Thomas Jones died September 5th, 1874. So we have, Thomas Williamson. So we have all these Jones, and we have this Williamson, and the Williamsons over there. So it'd be interesting to see how they're related. Now we come over to this corner of the cemetery, and this one's kind of hard to read. It looks like maybe William L. Cook, 40th Ohio Infantry. So we have W.T. Cook. You can hear the rain starting to pick up. We have 2 more cemeteries to visit today, so we'll have to kind of get the move on. Looks like Melinda Cook died April 13th, 1898. This one I wasn't able to immediately read. This is for the Cook children, 1895, age 1 week. And Lillian Philonia Cook, 1909. So these are some of the older burials, other than the Williamsons up front. So as the property changed hands, it's possible that this also became another family burial ground. This is Ella J. Cook, daughter of William Cook. This is a Dupree. Last name is Dupree. Born 1895, died 1896. We kind of make our way around here. We have lots and lots of graveside cavitation that's marked either with headstones of footstones or flowers or both. Here's a good example. These aren't your tree uprooting pits, which are more round. These are very coffin shaped. Here we have our Easter lilies, and we have a headstone there. Let me see if I can point it out right there. Now it's for a right. Here we have more. This is for, it looks like a Bella and Oscar Reynolds. And you can really see it here. We have footstone, footstone, headstone, headstone, or it could be reversed. I haven't seen where east is yet, but that's 2 side-by-side burials. Come up here. We're on the very edge of the cemetery. We have a Jessie Jane Puckett, Looks like died 1913. Born 1905. It's marked with a little dove. And then if we turn around here, we have footstone, Jessie Jane Puckett. We'll walk around. We're on the very edge here. We have somebody set up a salt block and a deer feeder and a couple chairs, deer blind. Here's the grave for Thomas Hammonds, died in 1918. And it's just off its base. Most likely it's off its base because this hillside really pushes down towards the creek. We have another headstone, footstone combination. We'll walk down here, make our way along the edge again. Sorry if this is such a long video. It's a pretty large cemetery with everything spread out. There's multiple family burial lots. And this one is on local stone. So, born 1874, died 1943, and last name ends in T-O-N. So we'll have to figure that one out. You go across, you'll see more stone. And here we have the grave for Mary L. Wright, 1909. So this is Williamson Cemetery in Washington Township, Scioto County, Ohio. It's not a canal worker burial cemetery, but it is the burial ground for several families. It's not an active cemetery, but it has been recorded, and it's in relatively good condition, and it's easy to access for those that are looking for their family members. So thanks all for watching.